Netherlands, a country with an amazing and rich history. Netherlands is the motherland of many well-known artists. One example, Rembrandt. Today, I will talk about and analyze the artwork called Militia Company of District 2 under the command of Captain Frans van Eyck, or also known as the Night Watch, by Rembrandt by Regine. Its media oil on canvas and its dimensions are 379.5 centimeters by 453.5 centimeters. It is located at Rijksmuseum Amsterdam. It is a historical painting that let us know what was happening during its creation. We will see the elements of art and principles of composition within the painting. Also, I will use cultural studies and iconography to interpret the artwork. To understand any artwork, we need to start by knowing about the author. In this case is Rembrandt van Rijn. Rembrandt van Rijn was born in Leiden, Netherlands in 1606. His father was a miller and his mother was the daughter of a baker. In his 20s, he worked painting portraits to make his living, and in 1642, he painted the Night Watch. In this artwork, we can see a dark room full of people. Two men standing straight in a conversational pose. Of the two men, the one on the left side is bigger. He's wearing black, including his hat. He has a red sash around him and a white lace collar on his neck. He's holding a baton with his left hand. The man in the right side is dressed in beige color with a white sash across his stomach, and around his neck he's wearing a metallic gorget. In the back of the room we can see many men holding guns and others holding spears. One man is holding a flag upward, and under the man holding the flag there's a woman in a white dress. In front of the woman we can see a man dressed in red. He is the only one who's using red from top to bottom in the room. In the right side of the painting there's a man carrying a musical instrument, a drum type. Their faces show pride, bravery, courage, faith and fellowship, and everybody are looking to different directions. Now let's see some elements of art in this painting. Line. We can see the use of implant lines in the direction of the spears and in the direction that people are looking at. The texture is visual texture. It cannot be touched, but we can see the drums and the spears look like they were made of wood, and their attires look like they were made of cotton. Also, the metallic gorget seems to be a piece of aluminum or metal around the lieutenant's neck. And the most important and visible element, value. The painting uses tenebrism. The contrast of light and dark is very notable and unique of this painting. Now let's identify some principles of composition within the artwork. First of all, balance. The balance in the artwork is asymmetrical. There's more space occupied in the bottom part than in the top part of the painting. Secondly, the scale of the painting. The painting is very big and we can see how big it is in the picture. If we would have put Captain Frank Cock next to the man of white t-shirt, the captain would be about the same size of a real person. Thirdly, emphasis. What's our focal point in this painting? That's right, Captain Frank Cock and Lieutenant Wilhelm Pan. They are lighter than the rest of the men in the composition. We direct our eyes to Lieutenant Wilhelm because he's the one with more emphasis. Also, they are bigger than the rest of the men painted, and they are at the very front of the room. The Night Watch was created during the Baroque period, which started in the 1600s. The Baroque art was categorized by its dramatic scenes and the use of tenebrism. Tenebrism is contrast of light and dark, and this contrast creates dramatic scenes, as in the picture shown. Another historical event happening during the creation of the artwork was the Dutch independence from Spain, which lasted from 1568 to 1648. In the article The Dutch Revolt by Braham Darby, she explained the reasons of the Dutch independence. Spain in that time was ruled by King Philip II. He obtained possession of 17 colonies from his father, Charles V. King Philip II did bad management of this land, so people wanted independence from Spain. The Independence War led to what is known as the Dutch Golden Ages. In this period, their economy grew because of trade and immigration. According to Huub de Haan, socioeconomic and political power in the Republic was based primarily on trade and industry rather than land ownership. During this time, guilds were the ones in charge of maintaining order. According to Wendy Schaller in her article Rembrandt, The Night Watch, the primary purpose of these guardsmen was to serve as defenders of their cities. As such, they were tasked with guarding gates, policing streets, putting out fires, and generally maintaining order throughout the city. Additionally, they were an important presence at parades held for visiting royalty as well and other festive occasions, so it became common to see this type of paintings in their guild house. Compare The Night Watch by Rembrandt to the paintings showed before. Rembrandt's is different. The other paintings showed guardsmen formed in a row, all of them looking at the front, while Rembrandt's Night Watch showed men in action. It showed movement and it is more like a snapshot. The painting might seem pointless, but why is this image important to artists? It is the meaning to the people from Netherlands, the artists who painted, the technique used, and the information it gives us from that time period. Who are they may be one question you have in mind. As stated before, these men are guardsmen who maintain order. They are under command of Captain Franz Koch, the man to the left side. Franz Koch is talking with his lieutenant, Wilhelm Behn. But how do we know their importance level? According to Wendy Schaller, we can distinguish them from the gorget they use around their neck. The captain uses a white lace collar that represents upper class, and the basin he holds tells us his military rank. On the other hand, the Lieutenant Wilhelm uses a metallic gorget to show his military rank, as well the strongly foreshadowed ceremonial partisan he holds. You might have noticed the golden girl in the painting. Who is she, and why is she there? In the article Rembrandt, The Night Watch, Wendy Schaller refers to the chicken the girl is holding, more precisely the claws. Since every guild had an emblem, the commander's emblem was a golden claw, so the girl represents the guild personified. The girl is also connected to the lieutenant, since both are wearing same color. The Night Watch is a historical painting that tells us a lot of what was happening in the Dutch Republic in the year it was created. We could approach this painting using iconography and cultural stories to interpret the message or idea behind the artwork. This is my main artwork. I try to create the tenebrism effect, playing with some light. I like the tenebrism effect because of the dramatic scenes it creates. It creates a lot of drama, and the message is very strong.